All right, we're good.
All right. Howdy, howdy, everybody. Oh. Well, all right. It is time to get going. I think.
So how are you doing today, boss man? Are you there? All right, well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Box Score Unwrapped, where we wrap up the best of this past week and unwrap what we're going to do next week. I'm Brian. Chris will join us here in just a moment, hopefully, and then we'll get the show on the road.
Hopefully. Do you hear me
there?
now?
I can hear you perfectly. Are you there?
Oh, goodness. I swear. I can hear you kind of. All right. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I don't know. Am I in and out for you, or?
No, you're fine by me.
Am I in and out for you, or?
No, you're fine by me. And it seems like it's fine on the stream.
All right. Well, good. I guess it's just on my side. Maybe it's because we tried putting some music on. So I'm going to get that out of here.
I thought I heard something, but
you're not hearing the background music?
Barely. It's just in the way, if anything.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Maybe.
Is that any better?
All right. Well, hopefully that it will make it to where not having such a stream issue, apparently. I don't know. Maybe I'm still having a stream issue. Okay. Well, Brian, I am having technical difficulties. Then it's probably either. Oh, wait. Go ahead and talk.
I'll talk. Yeah, I can see you just fine. You seem to be moving just well too. So, can you hear me?
Okay, now I'm hearing you good. I can hear you now. Good. So,
okay,
excellent. All right.
Looks like Titus
work with the
us.
technology we have. Oh, excellent. Howdy there, Titus. All good on your side? Cool. And it was just on mine. I couldn't hear a word of anything. I just heard the music. So I guess it's just too much for my computer or my Wi-Fi to handle. But as we go along, I'm learning all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, that's what this is all about, right? Eventually, when we figure this all out, we'll have a lot more fun trying to figure out other things. Are you there, boss? Okay, looks like he's frozen up yet again. So, basically, we have a couple more shows possibly coming up here in the next couple of days for Box Score Collectibles, the card shows that we go to and sell material at. We are definitely committed for the January 18th show in Modesto. That's at the Modesto Center Plaza at 1001 K Street. We are also looking at possibly doing the Fairfield show. We're not 100% committed on that one yet. We're waiting see what's going on with that one. We're gonna have some conversations here in the next couple of days and solidify those plans.
All right. I think I can hear you.
Are you there, sir?
I am. I'm now
All right.
hearing you clearly. On my end, it was like back in the 8-bit audio of Nintendo and Atari.
You need to upgrade your Wi-Fi, bud. I think that's probably
You know what?
a big part of it.
I think so. I don't know. Can I say who I have and say they're garbage? Am I allowed to say that? Like,
I mean, they're probably not watching this, so.
Well, probably not. But yeah, Comcast sucks. They just, I mean, that's the only thing we're allowed to have in our area. It's a monopoly. So maybe that's just why they keep giving us garbage. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
They're like, we're not putting much effort into you guys because you can't get anything else. So ha ha ha. All right. Anywho, how's everybody doing?
Oh, we're all doing great. How are you doing?
Me, I'm fantastic. My day's been a little bit of a challenge, but that's more of the home life situation going on. Sabrina kind of, yeah, she was making some fettuccine alfredo, and she was trying to put some cheese in it. I mean, fettuccine alfredo after all, right? And I guess the knife was too sharp.
Oh,
so Gina and Sabrina are at the hospital right now, going for stitches.
Oh, hopefully it's just stitches and not,
hopefully
full off appendage.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I just got word about 10 minutes ago that they finally made it into the back. They've been there for about 2.5 hours. So, it could be worse. Could have been better.
Of course.
Yep. All right. Well, as I was coming back on, I heard you chatting about the shows that we may or may not be doing and that we have definitely agreed to and already paid to be in. So, good stuff. Yeah, excited about this weekend with the Modesto show. There's only going to be 100 tables, and that means that it's going to be a lot more intimate with the folks. This past weekend was great. Being up in Sacramento. I'll let you get into a little bit more of that.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about our experience at that show a little bit later, but yeah, I mean, I always enjoy the Sacramento Card Show. The guy that puts it on, Steve, he does a fantastic job with it. He's been doing it for I don't know how many years now. I've been going to that show since like probably 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, and then we finally got in back in September. So it's just a great show. It's one of the longest running ones in Sacramento, and so it's fun. I like it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of crazy where we've been for the last year, going from attending the shows to now being behind the table.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot different. It's been fun, and don't really want to go back to the other side.
Only to do some research, right? Only to do some research.
Oh, every once in a while, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that back in November in San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. They had a show there that we weren't able to do, and we went and checked that out, and that was fun.
And still ended up behind a table for a couple hours.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to help our buddy Juan. I mean, why not, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, it was a blast. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Selling
someone else's stuff for once.
Nothing wrong with that. Helping out, like you said, helping out a buddy.
Yeah. So this week we had a big release for baseball, Topps Archives. Then you opened up pretty much one of each type of box this past Friday. So how was that?
You know what? I am thoroughly enjoying archives. I am not thoroughly enjoying the price. But to check out the 61, the 70, and the 94 with the updated athletes, it was something that we discussed after the show yesterday. It was sometimes my opinions are very strong on things, and when it comes to tops, quality control of cutting and centering is a big disappointment to me. And maybe that's part of this archive set. They're trying to stay with tradition and just not
possibly.
not being able to center a card. Will you want to put your slide up, or
Yeah,
should we
well,
put my screen up real quick, just as a little preview?
Can't we do both?
Let's see. Well, there we go. How do we move that one?
I tried. There. No? Okay.
Okay. Anyways, like this Randy Johnson I have here, it's great. It's black foil. Hey, each of the different formula or formats has a different foil color, and that's great. But still, that's centerizing. Let me see. Let me get the. It's just not very well cut. Too much on the right, not nearly enough on the left. So Topps just continues to do its normal thing. I would say about a third of the cards that I opened out of the hobby box, the light box or the lunch box, and the blaster, about a third of them might have been centerized. Now, once again, I've said it before, if everything is perfect, then if every card was a 10, then they wouldn't have value. So there is something to that.
Yeah, it comes in with the, I don't want to call it overproduction as well, but they're producing so many different sets, and they are putting them out, through one printer, maybe two, and it's just they're trying to work too much into it.
I would love to get a tour of that facility just to see what's going on. Is it one cutter? Is it one printer? Is it a whole facility? And maybe one out of three is just off. I don't know. That'd be an awesome show to do. Go to the actual, motherland of the cards and see them in their glory before they're cut. I have a couple of uncut pages. I think that's cool. But yeah, I'd love to see what kind of cutting materials the systems are.
Yeah.
How is it that they keep messing it up? And why is nobody looking?
They probably have a certain tolerance and to, be off center, and then they just keep moving. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I think that they are not going to have very strict regulation with, because especially when it comes to like the mid-tier stuff or low-end stuff, it's just why put out that extra effort?
And we keep buying it, so why put that effort out there? By the way, howdy Kenneth and howdy Titus. That means Japan won't be getting Topps again. Well, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they will be bringing back the Japanese cards. Hey, it's Stevie.
Oh. Nice. Hey, how's it going, Stevie? You were at the show yesterday. Yes.
Great to see you. All right. So you had a slide deck ready for the archives to talk about, now that I've gotten off my soapbox about centerizing and all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a valid point. I mean, we want the cards to look good, because I mean, as set collectors, we don't want all of our cards to be off center. I mean, a couple of them here and there, fine, but some of the better cards we want to have in good shape, because even though it is our collection, there's still some value to us in that collection.
Yeah.
But I mean, one of the things I liked about the archives, you can kind of see the design. That's not what this is necessarily for, but we've got the 61, 70, and the 94 sets they used this year. The reason why I'm showing this is like these are almost equal stacks of cards. There are roughly about 46 or 47 cards per stack out of the 3 blasters that I opened. And you can see the 61 and the 70 has a taller stack than the 94. The thing I liked is that they're trying to, it looked like they're trying to make a true archive set where they're showing the original cardstock type that they were using. So I thought that was really cool on their part to do that. So
staying true to it, absolutely.
Yeah, because in the 90s they were printing off so much, the cardstock was a lot thinner. Not that it was it wasn't a horrible quality. It's just that's just how they went to it. Try to cut costs so they could print more.
Hey, you know what? You got to evolve with what technology gives you. And so, that right there proves it. Now that you've had a couple of days to think about it, that 94 stock, by the way, have you went back and grabbed any of your actual 94 printed tops just to compare how the looks and the colors and the vibrance are?
I have not.
That's
I don't have I don't know if I have a 94 set that I was working on. Because that was about the time when I kind of dropped off collecting. I wasn't collecting as much during, I think 93, 94, all the way through about 99, 2000. So I didn't really, have a whole lot of 94. So I don't think I have a set. I know I have an A's team set that I can look at, but as far as the set, I'm not sure if I have one or not.
Gotcha. Well, tell you what, I am going to leave for a quick second, and I'm going to go grab 94 tops, and I'll bring it right back over to show.
Yeah, Stevie, I think you're right. All the different designs tend to pop a little bit more on the newer technology. That's for sure. Because even with the 94, they had decent quality of photos they're using. But with the technology that there is now, it is a lot more vibrant. It is a lot. Even the pictures tend to look better. The backs of the cards, I believe, look better as well. One thing that I did want to mention, I forgot to say, was that the foil on the blacks, the pinks, the purples for the 61 and 70 are not the thicker cardstock. That's going to be more the traditional 2024 type cardstock where it's a little bit thinner, but the designs are still there. The back looks a little more glossy because on the 61 to 70s they had a matte finish to them because they didn't do the gloss on the backside like they'd started doing in the mid 90s. So I mean, a lot of these cards look a lot better with the modern technology, and that's one of the things I do like about this. So with that said, they're all going to pop more, and I hadn't compared to, just double check it yet. But in a moment here, the boss man's going to, show us some 94s and compare them.
All right. So can you hear me again?
I can hear you.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask. My microphone is getting a little bit crazy, it looks like. Interesting. Okay, so you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. So, what I have here, I'll add that to the stage, is some 94 from my collection. Okay. I can definitely see the red and the blue, or the team colors ish, on the sides again. And so It actually isn't that bad. I'll actually, you know what? I'll compare a Cubs to a Cubs. Here we go. I do like, well, you know, I'm not gonna mention what we discussed yesterday. I don't want to steal the thunder. We'll talk about that in just a moment. All right, so here we go. You can definitely see that the 94 has a lot more UV coating. Like there is no UV coating on the archives, but on 94, and that's what causes, or one of the main causes of bricking, is how much UV coating there is on the mid 90s to late 90s cards. The Cubs, the font color is a little bit different. Okay. And for that, not a bad redo. Let's look at the back. Okay, they did change the bottom of it. That's good. You want to have some difference between your archives and your regular. But this is a very clear example. I'm seeing it in the screen. You can see how much the light is reflecting off the 94 versus the archive. So yeah, I think they did a fantastic job.
Okay, cool.
Now, what do you think? Just from seeing those two comparisons.
I mean, yeah, definitely the UV coating, does, I guess you say, highlight the color more when it's removed, because the gloss, it tends to take away that color. In other words,
yeah, yes, absolutely. That's something that I'm seeing. Yeah. So all right, I will remove that. There we go. So that was something I wanted to show. Yeah, I mean, UV coating wasn't really around in 70 or 61, so we can't compare those.
yeah, true. The one thing that kind of that I mentioned to you this weekend that I personally didn't like about the archive set was to me there's a glaring error. It's on the 1970s.
There it is. Yep.
Basically, on the left, you have the Jackson Merrill from the 2024 archives, and then the Carl Yastrzemski from the 1970 set. The one thing that stands out the most about it is the font used for the name. I'm not going to talk about the fact that one says outfield, one says outfielder. Terminology, they changed that up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. But the font used for the player name is where, to me, that's kind of a glaring error. And
now,
one interesting thing is, go ahead.
Would you like to discuss where you actually saw the error not being an error?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting to that? Sorry.
Right. No, it's good. No, if you look at the box art for the archives, the front of the blaster, I think even the hobby box, you get the actual proper font on the Paul Skeens that they show on the picture of the box. But yet from this photo, which those are probably like pre-production cards, to the actual production, it didn't translate. For whatever reason, they changed the font. I don't know if it might have been just a little glitch that happened along the way that they overlooked, but it's something that happened. So, to me, that's one of the unfortunate things about the 70 design. Because even when they did it, I think it was 2019 for the Heritage and Heritage Minor, they had that almost cursive like script.
Yeah. Yep.
And did you want to talk about some of the anomalies on the websites that we saw for pricing, or do we want to just kind of pass over that?
It was I mean, I guess we can just talk about the very glaring one, and that's Dave and Adams for blasters. Just wow, really? I don't know. I don't even pretend to know why a major distributor would have to up their cost. I mean, I get capitalism and inventory and demand, but come on, really? $50, David Adams?
Yeah,
50.
I wonder if that's I don't know, maybe they have some weird glitch in their system that was doing margin-based pricing versus price. I don't know. I doubt that. But it's just makes me wonder also, are they part of Fanatics? Are they really buying these blasters from Fanatics, or they just get them third party, and because they're paying close to $40 a blaster from some independent person, that they have to charge up higher. On the right, we have the listing from Blowout cards, and
Yeah.
they, $29.95. That's a little bit more than what you pay retail, but at the same time, it's also for the convenience of not, or taking take the convenience away from trying to find this product.
Yeah. I mean, when I went to Teammates in Modesto, yeah, $30 for a blaster. I haven't seen an Archives blaster out in the wild yet, Walmart or Target or other
Mhm.
places that we go.
Yeah,
I
but as
don't
we
know.
said,
So I don't know what the retail price is going to be. It might be
yeah,
30. It might be 29.95. But
you
yeah, the
never know
David
based on
Adams.
how the pricing is for the hobby and the light. I mean,
Yeah,
it is possible it could be a $30 blaster, which is not really worth $30 in my opinion. But if that's what it is, it's what it is. We have to accept the fact that things are going to increase in price over the next few years, just from the way the production's handled.
absolutely. And in the next couple of years, hey, that is something we will deal with. But this example right in front of us is those same blaster boxes, same
Yeah.
size, same everything, just different location. So,
Yep.
I'm not saying don't go to David Adams. I'm just saying be aware and do your price comparison when you're out there.
Yeah.
Not one place isn't going to have the best deal on everything. So just beware.
Exactly.
All right.
So ultimately, I guess it sounds like you like the archive set this year.
I like the archive set. Even back in 92 with basketball, when Topps got the licensing back and they went back in time from 80 to 92, put all the rookies in the formats that it would have been if Topps had the licensing. Loved it.
Mhm.
And I love how this looks. The modern athletes in the throwback design.
Yeah.
Do like it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that could be really interesting here in the next year when they start to get like the different licenses back. Because they're getting football at the end of this year, I think it is, maybe after this 2025 season, and then they get the basketball the following year.
Yeah.
And
I
so
believe so.
that time where they weren't having those cards,
Yeah.
they might do something similar with archives for those
I
rookies again.
I sincerely hope so. Like I said, I loved how they did it in 92. That was a whole different era. I was a dumb kid, so who knows?
Yeah,
So, all right. So that's archives. Yeah.
yeah,
Loved it.
yeah. I mean, I like the set. It's not a set I go after. It's that I collect. I have probably like one complete set, I think, since I started collecting. Actually, you know what? That reminds me. I don't think they actually have any short prints this year. Because in years past they would have like 301 to 350 with some insert looking like ones.
Yep, I remember how I had the Julio International signing,
Yeah,
or they had the drafted cards. I have not seen any of that. So
it's not showing on the checklist either. So they just kept a 300 card set this year.
perfect.
All right.
All right.
So just a quick recap: new release calendar of important sets coming up the rest of this month.
Yes.
There's like three big ones coming out, one for each of the sports. We got Bowman's Best Baseball next week on the 15th. A lot of the prospectors love that set. Another look at the recent draft picks, as well as some of the top prospects that are going to kind of break in next year. And then you also got some of the rookie class from this year, and probably the final regular issue 2024 set. Also on the 15th, we have Donruss football coming out for 2024. Then the 29th, there's the 24-25 Panini Prism basketball. Those are always popular sets. People like to chase those for some of the inserts with the Prism for the parallels. And so we'll see those coming out the rest of this month.
Yep. Exciting stuff. A lot of stuff coming out. But hey, speaking of new releases, you showed the calendar where you talked about it. What else has been talked about as a new release?
Well, they've been coming out with a lot more details regarding the 2025 Topps Series 1.
Yeah.
And
I do have... they dropped the info. Sorry.
No, just the, they didn't drop it. The cover boy did.
There you go. Dropping the cover, Aaron Judge.
Yes.
This is his first time as the Series 1 cover boy standalone. It was a discussion we had last week.
Right.
Yep. First time doing it stand alone.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Yep. You want to drop the next page?
Maybe.
What's on your next slide? There we go.
So now we've got the base card design. So I'll let you kind of talk about that. Kind of give us your insight to that.
So I'm all for the white border again. Okay. The white border for collectors keeps the card looking pristine, or better for grading sometimes. With the 70 look, you got the gray. With the 86, you've got the black top where any rubbish on the corners, you see everything. You see that with the parallels. If it's a bad cut, you see where it's poorly cut because of the coloring. So if it's a white border, cool. Okay. Everything else about these cards, I'm not a fan of. I'm hoping that because it's a digital copy of the cards, that the team name is not actually just a ghost-like gray.
Right.
I'm questioning the 2 spots where the lines go off the card. That's going to make any kind of grading very meticulous, very difficult to get a 10 on, because there are now measuring points, very obvious measuring points.
2 very close measuring points to the edge of the cards.
Yeah, and that's very... I'm not saying this isn't normal. It was done in 21 with the lines going off the corners and the edges. It's just something that... And remember, when I'm saying, when I'm pointing out the grading issue, it's another discussion that we've been having. I don't really care for grading all that much, but if you're going to, this should be a sticking point for you. To me personally, it looks like a lightly updated or upgraded Big League with the font and with the lines on the side. Like, if you showed this to me and said this is the 2025 Big League card, I'd be like, oh, nice, makes sense. I'm not seeing flagship on this. And the little field down the bottom indicating where the athlete plays, well, what if they're one of the utility guys and they play first, third, and outfield? Or heaven forbid, a Craig Biggio type player, second catcher in outfield. I mean, where's the DH supposed to be? Is there an on deck circle? I don't see one there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out when that comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying with regards to the field. I mean, they probably should have had the field, had the infield opened up a little bit wider, where they could have put just the initials of the position in there. So that way, instead of putting the dot where it is, that they play, they just have like P for pitcher, DH. I mean, that would make more sense to your point.
Yeah, I've already seen a couple of people post on Facebook. Now, let me clarify. One, you're not gonna like everything that happens on a card. People are gonna,
Right.
the designers are gonna try stuff outlandish because they have to. I mean, that's just the flow of design. But there was a guy on Facebook that posted that it's great that they're showing where Ellie De La Cruz was on the field when the picture was taken, because he was sliding into third, and on the field they had the dot at the shortstop position. Now, a lot of people jumped on him real quick. Are you an idiot? He is a shortstop. Are you kidding me? Are you not intelligent enough to know what's really going on? Okay. But
That's a
if
little
you,
bit much.
yeah, it's a bit
The
much.
comment.
There's trolls out there. The weekend, or the keyboard warriors, they come out in full force in sports cards.
Oh yeah.
But the design allows for something like that to happen.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
You know what, Titus? Yeah, Topps has become lazy because they know that we're still going to buy the stuff. Sorry,
yeah.
carry on.
Well, I mean, you were talking about the lettering for the team, and these are just renderings of the cards. These aren't actual
Yeah.
cards. I don't even think these are prototypes, to be honest, like physical prototypes. But my hope, and we'll find out when the cards get here, is that the team name is going to be in foil. So kind of how they had the foil kind of going around the design for the 2024 might be a similar thing with just the Yankees, and maybe even between the blue and the gray line, they'll have like a foil runner through that. I don't know. I don't have any inside information, but we do also know that Topps always puts their logo in foil, which it looks white on this card. So that's kind of what makes me think that it is possible that ghost lettering could be in foil as it is.
Could be.
Yeah. I mean, the
or
one thing I
it could be.
do,
It could be a shout out to the past, because back in the day they were not foil; they were in white. As I'm looking here at the 94.
possible, yeah. The one thing I do like, you talked about the lines and how they kind of create issues with potential for grading. I like the fact that they're not just solid colors; they almost are kind of a I can't think of the right type of terminology, but almost like a textured look to them, the textured color.
Yeah, is there stars in it? I can't.
Not in the base cards. However,
Okay,
you bringing up stars, the future stars,
that's where.
that has the stars in those lines, and
Gotcha.
so this kind of shows what you're talking about a moment ago with the Ellie card. You can see him sliding in. You have the dot around shortstop. I mean, obviously they only looked at that one prototype, because if they had looked at the Pete Armstrong, they would have said, "Wow, he must have hit it out to center field or something."
Yeah, why is he batting in center field
Yeah.
towards home plate? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was just someone being funny, or if they had only seen one of the prototypes. Because Ellie, I think, came right after Skeens, which came right after the Judge, because they've been releasing only like one
Yeah.
or two cards at a time as a visual.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't anticipate them releasing any more cards like the base cards. They'll probably start showing some of the parallels, what those are going to look like, and the inserts.
yeah.
They have been putting out more information about the inserts, like
Oh,
what they're called and things like that, but there's no pictures yet. So I mean, we'll cover that at a later point. The one thing that they did confirm is the uh, box types, and the cards per pack. You've got the hobby, which is still the 20 packs per box and the 12 cards per pack.
yeah. Yeah. I saw
The
that.
jumbo, I'm not sure if it got shrunk a little bit, but it's still 10 packs, and it's listed at 40 cards per pack. I don't remember what 2024 was.
It was 400
But
cards. Yeah.
I didn't buy a jumbo last year at all, because
It
my
was
personal collection, it was just out of reach for me.
Yeah, people had a little bit of an outcry about it. because it wasn't that there was a shrinkage of cards in the box. It was the fact that they upped the base set back to 350, and they're only going to have 400 cards in the jumbo,
Yeah.
and that it would make it very, very difficult to finish the set in a jumbo, which was kind of a thing that some collectors liked being able to do. That was the perk
Yeah.
of getting a jumbo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember buying the 21 jumbo and got my set. Cool. And I was done. I moved on. That was before, we just started doing our thing.
Yep. Now, getting back to 2025, Topps Series 1 Future Star card design. I'm looking at it. I mentioned it the other day to you. Why? Who is the designer that comes up with the Future Stars wordage or script and the placement? It's not anything new. Happens in past sets. But if you're going to put this into a penny sleeve or a 9-card page, your Future Stars is upside down. Just like that. Why?
I was ready for you.
Absolutely. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like I said, it's definitely nothing new.
Now,
they've repetitively done it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the last few years, they've been taking the team name off the card. They still have the logo, but the team name comes off the card. Future Stars. They did that in 2024 for sure. Across the top was Future Stars. They didn't have Red Sox or Cubs or whatever team it was.
Yeah.
And so they're replacing the Future Stars, I mean, the team name with the Future Stars logo this time as well. And I think that's why they figured they would do it, which still doesn't make sense because if we go back a moment, same thing's going to happen with the team names.
Yeah.
On the base cards. When those are landscaped, they're going to be vertically just like that on the left side. And that means they're going to be upside down in the binder. So it's not just the Future Stars itself. It's going to be the team names. I mean, what they should have done was maybe kept that border the same. And then where it starts in the bottom left corner and goes up to the top right, when they did the landscape, they should have started in the top left and had it swing down to the bottom right.
Yeah.
So that way in the landscape, the team name would have been above the picture, making more sense for everybody.
Yeah.
But getting back to this, you're right. It's upside down and it just looks wrong.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what collectors are worried about. I get it. That's not what Topps or the designers are worried about. That's not what they look for. So it's one of those, tell me you're not a collector by telling me without telling me you're not a collector kind of thing. Once again, these are small little things that I look at, but overall we still love the hobby. So we're going to still spend money on it.
Oh, of course. And why not?
Absolutely.
So the one thing because I was reading this afternoon, the description on Beckett, that's where I saw some of the names for the insert sets. And there was something that I caught that caused me a little bit of concern. They are going to do this year. I mean, they've got autograph cards, of course, the 1990 that we've seen some previews of. Of course, the baseball stars will be back. They have something on there called the flagship Real One autographs. So I'm thinking that maybe what they're going to do is they're going to take that design and make an autograph card out of it, kind of like how they do in Chrome or Pro Debut, on-card autographs, with it being the Real One autographs. But while that's great, the thing that concerned me was Topps Heritage. Their autographs were called Real One autographs. So does this mean that Heritage is done? Because they're reusing that name here and calling it flagship Real One autographs. I don't know. We don't have that answer yet. But
yeah.
It was something I saw. It was just kind of a passing thing. And I was like, wait, Real One autographs. Isn't that what they call the Heritage ones? And they've never used that name in the flagship before. So what's going on here?
It could be, or it could be just the expansion of it into what other people or what collectors like. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
the base
realizing that,
design
hey,
with the autograph on it.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, Steve, it's going to be the 1990 as the 35th anniversary and those auto cards. Um, I'm actually excited about the 90. The 90s was full of bright, vibrant colors, and they weren't afraid to share them.
You
And
know,
Tops was no different. So, hey,
well, let's be honest. That was kind of like the 15th anniversary of the 75 Tops, which had random colors assigned to cards. And so
absolutely.
they had done the same thing. They weren't doing like team color matches, which my hope is that when they do that insert set this year, the 35th anniversary, that they are doing more of a concerted effort to do the team matches. Put the greens with the A's, put the reds with the reds, etc. Just make sure that it kind of makes sense. That makes the cards look better. My favorite example, and I don't have any slides to show this, but is the 1990 Tops Mark McGwire card. The base card is a reddish border, and it
Yeah.
just looks weird.
Yeah,
But
they were foreshadowing his move to St. Louis.
yeah, apparently 7 years in advance.
Yeah.
But the Big Red nickname too, because he was also known as Big Red sometimes due to
That's
his red
true.
hair. But
That,
the point I'm going to make here is they also were doing the bottom of box cards during the 1980s, 90s. We got those 4 cards on the bottom of the hobby box or the wax box. Really wasn't considered hobby.
yeah.
And there was a McGwire in that set, and they used a different photo, which they always do for those, but they did the green border, and that card looked a lot better than the actual base card, just because it was more of a team color match. It made more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if it's anything, and I don't have a slide to show you of it, but I'm looking at it on my computer, the Barry Bonds example card that they're putting out there, the border is blue with a gray and an orange. So they do have the orange and the gray around, giant similar color, but the overall border is blue, and the Giants is in that olive green that they used back in 90.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that might mean that it's not it's going to go true authentic 1990 and be all over the place.
Well, as it should. I mean,
And
that's what we saw in the 2024 Heritage when they did the 75 design. They were still all over the place. They didn't
yep.
have. I mean, I think the Nick Allen was blue and orange.
Yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz had like brown and light brown or something. It was just there were colors that just didn't quite match, which is fine. Stevie's asking, with it being the 1990 design, do you think we will get a reprint of the Bush card? The George W. Was it George W? George Bush card, basically.
Yeah.
The Yale card.
You know what? Not a bad idea. That would be very interesting. I think it's something that Panini and Don Russ missed out on a few years back when they redid the 90 Don Russ, and they did the mirror image, and they didn't do the same Juan photo or a Juan Gonzalez photo. They didn't even did they do a Juan Gonzalez backwards? I know they did Nolan Ryan. I want to say
there was about 10 to 15 that they did backwards. I don't know if Juan Gonzalez was in that part of the set. It would make sense that he was, but I'm not sure. But that does remind me. Stevie's question reminds me that one of the cards I really liked from the 1990 Tops wasn't a player at all. It was the commissioner card.
Yep, the commissioner card. Yep,
Bart
Giamatti.
Yep. He had passed away the year before. I think it was actually before the World Series in '89, and it was kind of a nice tribute card. I mean, if they were to do like a special insert of that would be great too.
That would be cool. Also, talking about bringing stuff back from the 90s and even 89 and 88 and all those years before, the manager card.
That would be awesome.
That would be great. Bring back the manager card. So Titus, he didn't like the box out cut throughs. Yeah, they had a cheap feel. You're not a professional card cutter, or at least I hope
Well,
not. I mean, nowadays there might be, but
well, it's not just that either. I mean, they're using the same cardboard as the box itself, which was thinner than the card stock. So that's they had a lot lighter weight feel to them.
Yeah, they did. Because it was they weren't using cardstock for the box. They were using regular cardboard. The material retail cardboard, which might actually be more towards the 94 look. That kind of cardstock.
Yeah. Or remember 88 Donruss was pretty thin too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Let's see, it looks like the Commissioner Giamatti was the father of the actor.
Huh.
They believe it's what, Paul Giamatti? Nice. Makes sense.
If you have connections, might as well use it. So very good. All right. So yeah, 2025 details are coming out as we go along. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It is flagship. It's a new year. That's always exciting. So
it'll be interesting to see if they continue the holiday parallels in the blaster boxes too, because they did that Halloween for the 2023 update and continued last year. Did they feel like it's worth doing again? We'll see. They do have a list of parallels on there on the Beckett website. I didn't confirm this because I didn't think of it until, basically right now. But from what I'm hearing, I seem to remember seeing it omitted from the list was the Mother's Day and Father's Day parallels, the pink and the blues out of 50.
So interesting.
It sounds like they may have discontinued those. I'm not sure 100%. They might be available in other formats. I'm not sure, but I do remember someone posting about that, kind of complaining about that, and so something worth looking at some point.
I can confirm, according to Beckett and the listing that they have, the out of 50 will be canvas and gold rainbow foil. So the gold rainbow foil will probably be coming out of the hanger boxes. But canvas,
they were always calling the ones out of the hanger boxes yellows.
Yeah.
Because the gold foil was the jumbo box special.
Yeah.
So maybe they're limiting that now.
Maybe, or this, looks like it, because up at the top of the list, they still have rainbow foil. They still have the aqua rainbow foil. I'm going to guess that might be the
Fanatics.
The Fanatics, and those are unnumbered. And then gold is 2025. Orange crackle foil will be at a $2.99. Purple foil, a rainbow foil, will be at a $2.50. Red crackle foil out of $1.99. Blue rainbow foil. All right. Out of $1.50.
It might be like the holiday, because remember the holiday this year, the blue was a kind of a foil, so maybe it's just kind of a step forward on that one.
Yeah. The green rainbow foil will be out of 99. Vintage stock 99 as usual. Independence Day out of 76. Absolutely. 50 will be canvas and gold rainbow foils. They are both out of 50. Memorial Day camo out of 25. The wood border out of 25. Black rainbow foil out of 10. The clear acetate will be out of 10. Red rainbow foil out of 5. And then first card, 1 of 1. Platinum hollow foil, 1 of 1. And then your 3 printing plates are each 1 of 1. So that is the list that Topps has put out, that Beckett has put. So gone is the green sparkle, or the green sparkle out of.
It doesn't really sound like a complete list to me, because there are no numbers between 2025 and what, $2.99?
$2.99. That's what I was
I
just
mean,
about to say.
it would
No more
be
than
weird that they would
$9.99s.
cut out the 9.99s and 7.99s. I think those are mostly retail anyways, so maybe they haven't released the retail list. Who knows?
Maybe.
Because they didn't mention anything for holiday or the yellows. But
Yeah.
the other big omission, I did not hear you say. I heard you say black foil, but what about the regular black border? That's what normally out of like 75, 76, or whatever I guess was
Yeah.
opposite of heritage or something.
Yeah. Yep.
That's not on there either.
That's not on there either. So this, as you said, this might not be a completed list. Hopefully not. The inserts you were talking about was the all tops team, the first pitch, the greatest hits, ball to the hall.
Hall of Famers, I guess.
And then training grounds. They don't give any explanation on what those all mean.
Right.
So yeah.
So at some point, when we start getting more information on that, we'll definitely kind of, bring you guys some pictures of those, so that way, we can share with you kind of what the design is going to look like, what the whole master set of 2025 Series 1 could look like.
Yep. And as of right now, we are officially 1 month away, February 12th.
That is correct.
So there we go. Fun stuff.
All right. So yesterday, we had a lot of fun, didn't we?
You know what? Had a blast. I was kind of half dead, so thanks for pulling me together and keeping the show going. Between my legs and the lack of sleep the night before, the previous 4 nights. Yeah. No, it was a blast. We got to meet some new friends, right, Stevie?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's always fun to be at the shows and meet folks and just talk shop, talk hobby. That's one of the things I love about doing this show. The name is evolving. We're changing it from the week review and the next week preview. If you guys saw it in the title, we're gonna try to go with box score unwrapped. Yeah. Something
wrap
different.
Up the week that was and unwrap what's going to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the show yesterday. Like I said earlier, the Sacramento Card Show is one of the better shows around. I thought things went really well. But we learned still a lot more about what we need to do to improve, because we're not perfect with what we do. We got to figure out a little bit more about kind of what we want to be as well. And like the hobby, everything evolves. We got to evolve ourselves.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, yeah. And we need to evolve with what is evolving in the hobby. That was a discussion that we had last night about the gradings. Do we want to?
Absolutely. I mean, while we don't necessarily have a lot of graded cards in our personal collections, it is something that people do look for. People want. People are, searching for. I mean, so we can't, ignore that aspect of it either. We got to evolve and bring those to our tables.
Yeah. And I get I've fallen prey to the thought of, I want to get it graded just to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for that. It's a good idea. If that was the true reason, I'm all for it. But as we saw from the card show, a lot of it is because of the flipping and being able to guarantee that I won't even say guarantee. Honestly, I've heard horror stories about PSA, sending a card back 8.5 and the collector looking at it going, no, I don't think so. And then they pop it, resend it, and it comes out a 10.
That's kind of like one of the tricky issues with the hobby, with that aspect of the hobby. That's kind of why there are some grading companies that start, like, what was it, tag grading company, they basically give you this whole report as to why they graded the way they grade. That's a little overkill, but I see why they are going that route.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
want the transparency, but yeah, I mean, we all have a few cards that we want to just grade just to have graded. That's
Yeah.
so that way, in case something happens, it's protected. It's not something that's going to fall off the desk and get corner damage or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't count the times I've had to throw away a card or put it in my to be tabled stack. And when I say to be tabled, I used to try to do like coffee tables with cards on it and emboss them on. I think I showed you the Oakland A's one that I did a couple years ago, where it's just a bunch of Oakland A's and I had it glossed over to be a regular table. So that's what I do with my damaged cards. I put them in that stack. Steve, yeah, you're absolutely right. How much did fans take a loss on the Wandered cards that they got?
Hey,
hey,
look what we got here. I saw something that said show the comment. I'm like, hey,
show the comment.
Let's see
New
what
toys. Woohoo!
Yeah. So how many fans took a loss on Wander cards, didn't even have a chance to get out of them?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, Luis Arias. Same thing. He was a stud pitcher for the Dodgers.
Julio Arias.
Sorry, Julio.
Yeah. It sounded like you said Luis Arias. I was like, wait, what? No.
No, wrong one. Julio. Or Trevor Bauer. You go and get their stuff graded, and all of a sudden, good luck. Lose a lot of money on that.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there was no way after that news broke for Wander to get out of this stuff because everyone wanted to get rid of it. I mean, people knew what was going to happen because we saw it just a year or so ago with Trevor Bauer, or prior, I shouldn't say ago.
Prior. Yeah. Or if you're opening up some 2022 right now and you come across a redemption card of it. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. And they say, hey, send it in for a comparable valued card. It's like, so you're sending a base card of a middle relief pitcher? Because that's about the value.
I mean, you might be able to find a home for that, though, rather than a Wander.
That's true. That's true. But then again, some people are actually hoping that he's going to make a comeback. So they're going out and they're going and getting those $1 or $5 big relic or autos and sitting on them to hope. But yeah, the people who had them before lost a lot of money.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people, they spend hundreds of not thousands of dollars on grading these cards and just lost everything basically.
I'm having to evolve my thought process because you have to pay for the grading, and I would always look at it and go, well, I'd rather spend the $20 getting a blaster instead of getting this card graded, and then the blaster is not worth anything.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes getting it graded definitely increases the value. And I don't know. I think too much like a collector still. I want to just collect and then go to the card shows and pass along great stuff to other collectors.
Yeah.
Speaking of collecting, where are we at? What is the update on your update?
I don't know. I lost count there. But I mean, I think we're still 5 cards needed or something like that. Because I think it was 8. We got 3 the other night.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I got bored one night and I opened up another hanger off camera. I can't prove it, but I think I found the other cards you're looking for. But do we still want to open up some hangers of update looking for the cards that you still need?
I mean, that's your call. I mean,
well,
we can still have fun with that if you want.
If you want to go through and put those back up on a banner or a ticker. Who was it that we did find? It was Tyler Alexander. It was Luis Gil. It was, I think it was Blake Walt. No, it was the power couple. Trey Turner and yeah. So we still need JP France, Blake Walston, JD Davis, the Orioles, and
Yeah, and Denelson Lamette.
And Nelson LeMay. So I've got 3 hangers here if we want to do it.
What would happen?
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and clip into here while you go ahead and log who we're looking for onto a ticker or a banner.
All right. So, and while we do that, I do want to ask the question for our listeners. What types of things do you like to see when you attend the card show?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about trying to figure out how we want to approach things. Are we going to try to do something different? Are we going to try to keep things the same? What could we add? What kind of things do you like? What do you look for? I mean, think about that. I mean, if you have comments now, great. Put comments down below. Put it in the chat. If you have some other suggestions, feel free to email us at boxscoreca@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from people. I mean, it's absolutely fun to connect with the people that are collectors as well. Whether you're a flipper or a set collector, I mean, it doesn't really matter who you are. We'd like to talk to you, and so feel free to give us a shout out at the email address or in the comments below.
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
I wonder if it's only able to be the small one, a regular size, because it's a guest that we have instead of additional.
I don't know.
I can't seem to figure out how to make it go bigger.
I couldn't figure that out either, but we'll play with it eventually. And
absolutely.
Although what we could just do,
there we go.
Give it the solo.
Hey! I like.
I mean, we don't have to be on the screen all the time. They can still hear us.
Yep. All right. So, at the bottom are the cards that we are looking for: J.P. France, Blake Walston, J.D. Davis, the Baltimore rookies, and LeMay. Now, along with doing all this, we are able to go through and check out all the fun stuff. We got the stars of the MLB. We've seen them all year long. There we go. It'll be interesting to see what the design will be for next year. We're going to go ahead and do the fun stuff first. Ellie with the 89 redo.
Nice.
We've got the yellows. We are working on the yellow set.
Shohei.
And here we are, Shohei in the yellow. We've got, it's a color match.
Woo.
Nice. Ursay there. We've got a mystical. Okay, he is mystical to a lot of hitters. That is Spencer Strider. And then blue. Hey.
Oh.
Double your Shohei, double your fun. There you go.
Where's Titus when you need him?
No.
Hey, Paw Patrol.
And we got another Paw Patrol. And
that's
green.
Number 20 for us.
No kidding. Easily. All right. So we have.
Is it Dyrone?
Yep. Dyrone at a $4.99. And I'm realizing that I don't have any sleeves here with me.
Well, just be careful. Don't knock them off the table. We'll be fine.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. So here we go. Oh, and of course, got to turn around, make sure there are any golden mirror back there. Martinez, Blanco, Taylor. We'll stop for big rookies. We'll stop for the ones we're looking for. Holton? Nope. No. Walston. Young Ho Lee. Okay, rated or rookie debut. Churio, rookie debut. Those are always nice. Now, if you're looking at our why Langford, our through the decades boxes, we do not consider the rookie debut one of the rookie cards that we give you. Okay, so we just got 3 of them that were needed, and that's Luis Gill, the power couple, and Tyler Alexander. All right. Yes. So when we talk about rookie cards being in the Through the Decades boxes, there's a third one of the
it's a
each
Shohei box.
Shohei box. Would have been nice if it had been a little bit bigger of a Shohei card, but yeah, no.
I mean, it's really not much of an update, so
yeah.
I mean, squeeze them in on 1 or 2 cards.
Yep, as much as they could. All right. So yes, we do not consider rookie debut cards the rookie cards that we give you in the Through the Decades boxes.
Right. And then as a reminder for those of you kind of watching and following along, the Through the Decades boxes is basically a look back at the last 50 years of collecting. You get an unopened pack from each of the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, and 20s. You'll get 37 cards from your team, your favorite team, because these are team boxes. And then you'll get 25 base cards from each of the 5 decades. You'll get 5 rookies, 5 inserts, serial number parallel, and either an autograph or a relic guaranteed. We have them on our website, boxscorecollectibles.com, for just $25.
Now, Brian, where might we be sending another one?
Well, I mean, I was just contacted earlier today through Instagram. Somebody who lives in New Zealand has come across these and is interested in them.
That's crazy.
I'm working with them on trying to figure out what the shipping rates would be. So just as a side note, we do offer international shipping. Right now, it's not showing on the website because for each one, we do need to go through and kind of quote it out until we can figure out a much better system with the website we're using. So, I mean, it is possible for us to do. It's not out of the question. Right now, going up to Canada, I think the only option is UPS because of the postal strike that I think is still going on. But with that said, we can do international shipping, no problem. What do we got there?
We have a Giolito. Yellow
crackle.
Oil. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tyler Black, gold out of 2024. All right. So that's in 2 hangers. We now have 3 numbered cards. Nice. Here comes, looks like, a foil, rainbow foil. Willie Mays. Nice. Okay. And here come the yellows, Matt Sawyer and Jared Walsh. And then Mickey Mantle is the 89 redo. All right. Let's see if we find the 5 cards we're still looking for. Titus says that the strike is over, and it looks like we've got the same pack as before. Nope, a little bit different now. Started out the same.
Okay, that's good to hear. I mean, one of the last things I had seen over, I guess, a few weeks ago was that it was still ongoing. So, but I mean, either way, we'd make it work out.
Yeah. Nope. It is the same pack. Now all of a sudden we're getting a bunch of Gills and Alexanders.
Excellent.
And, hey, another Jordan Beck. There we go.
Oh, hey.
First Evie. That's 2.
Somebody here likes Jordan Beck.
And yeah. All right. Like I said, of course.
Oh,
when those cards came out, I opened them on or off camera.
Right. But apparently, Titus is still waiting for your email, boss man.
Oh, all right. I do apologize. It's been crazy over here, getting ready for the show and all the other stuff going on. No excuses. I do apologize. Oh, goodness.
We got
that was the last card from the last pack.
Well,
I mean, hey,
Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, but here we go. That means another 2 serial numbered cards. Okay,
sure, why not?
We've got Stephen Kwan All-Star Game Black. Oh, out of 299. Nice. We've got a Sal Frelick yellow. The
yellow foil.
Yellow foil. Okay.
Next is the yellow foil, yellow crackle.
Yep. And then we got a Nick Senzel out of 2024. Wow, five numbered cards in three of them. Oh yes, the email for the Dodgers. There you go. Brian, do you actually want to handle that one?
Are we looking at doing it through the website, or was he doing it as a through
no
you?
Need to. You know what? Yeah. We'll
I
go
thought
ahead.
that was the discussion.
Yeah. Don't. That's right. Let's not do it through the website. We'll just take care of it on our own. All right. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Thank you for the reminder, Titus. All right. Mystical, Corey Seager, Mason Black, yellow, Carlos Santana, yellow, Eddie Murray is the 89 redo, and Verlander, Langford, Simeon, and Riley. All right. Let's see what's here. We got Colton Cowser. That I don't think we've had a Colton Cowser rookie debut, so maybe this pack will be a little bit different. Ellie. Okay, rookie debut. Nice. And Yarbrough, Slater. There we go. Luis Rias, Kerstad, rookie debut. Okay, Vigaz, rookie debut. Imanaga, Skeens, all rookie debuts. That's nice. But not the ones that Brian is short. But as stated, if all else failed, I had pulled them when I was bored. So we got you covered. Well, I wasn't opening cards. So there we go. We have the set finished for Brian.
Put that one to bed.
Yeah. So there we go. It might or might not be the last time we open update series hangers here on the on the show. It might be, it might not be. Who knows? But hey, there we go. Brian's got his update set. Woohoo! Yay! And hey, we now have a yellow Otani. We have a blue Otani for the Japanese-born home run record card. We got a pretty good little stack of rookie debuts and some decent rookie cards themselves. Wyatt Langford and Colt Keith. So there you go. Not bad. Got a couple of Jordan Becks for Stevie. Rookie debuts. Yeah. And hey, 5 serial numbered cards. Not bad.
That's pretty damn good.
I guess in a way, as they say, hangers are bangers. Hey, there we go. And the Quan All-Star Black. That's nice. I like that card. All right. Well, I don't know, Brian. Got anything else for us?
Not at this time. No, I think we're good. And thank everyone for joining us. It's been fun interacting with the audience this evening.
Yep. I am going to, last week I did miss a couple of episodes that I was going to do, as I was reminded last night at the card show. I need to work on my consistency, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to post, I guess post. I'm going to create the lives here on the StreamYard setup so that, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I don't want just a blank screen showing. So we got a minor league Monday coming tomorrow. Not much news out there in the minor league atmosphere yet. We are 3 months away from opening day. About two and a half months. But there is news out there. There is some news about teams releasing their alternate jerseys or names for the year. what promos are coming up. Those are being released, so I'll try to have some of that information for tomorrow. Brian, if possible, will be joining us. If possible, the Goose might be loose and chat with us. We will see, or it might just be me. We're coming up with that info still. And then Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, it will be Cards and Coffee here with Baseball Cards and Boss Man Sports Cards, where we talk cards while drinking some coffee. Oh, yeah. Cards, coffee, conversation. Can't have it any better than that.
Absolutely.
Wednesday's our day off. We don't, nothing being shown. Thursday will be Throwback Thursday, open up some 1990s cards because that's what 2025 will be releasing. So we're going to look back at Topps, Fleer, and Don Russ as of right now. If I can find some Score and some Upper Deck, we might drop those into. Friday, you know what? Look at that list again. Was there anything coming out this week?
I mean, there's basically the highlights are the Bowman's Best and then Don Russ Football. Bowman's Best is probably gonna be
that one's gonna be tough.
It'll be fun, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, a bit out of the price range, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, we don't have to be just about baseball. I mean, hey, we get some football from there. Why not?
I'm all for that. We can talk some football because it's playoff time. In fact, I think there's a game going on right now. Yeah, we can talk some football. We can talk basketball as well. Basketball was my first love. I coached it for years. I was at a game just the other night down in the G League, front row seat. It's great. Courtside. Gotta love it. And then as a reminder, we have not released what we're doing yet, but the last Saturday of each month, we're going to try to do either a case or a half case break. So as soon as we can figure out what we're going to be breaking, we will be advertising that.
Yeah, we'll try to make an announcement on Tuesday's show.
Yep. We will have a decision by then, or a decision to start that in February.
That's a decision.
Absolutely. What do they say? Try to make the decision as quick as possible. All right. Well, hey, I hope y'all had some fun. You got some nuggets of knowledge from this little conversation, whether it's about archives or the 2025 or anything else that we talked about. I know I got the nugget of knowledge that the Canadian mail strike is over. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always great. And then be sure to, if you're not already subscribed to the channel here, please subscribe, like the video, and then follow us on Instagram, Twitter. I think that's all.
Twitter, YouTube.
Do we have anything else?
I have Boss Man Sports Cards on Facebook, but I don't really do anything on it.
Well, maybe we'll kind of drop on Facebook at some point. So, but anyways, you follow us. I mean, at Twitter and Instagram, it's BoxScoreCA is our handle. So give us a like and follow there. And then we'll thank everybody for joining us.
Absolutely. If you'd like to get a hold of us, email us boxscoreca@gmail.com. All right. Well, hey, have yourself a great rest of your Sunday wherever you are at, and we will see you this upcoming week, whether it's Monday or Tuesday. All right. Brian, say goodnight, Brian.
Good night, everybody.
Boss Man here at Box Score Collectibles. Boss Man out.